bit about what happens before you go to camp. All the stuff that happens in the lead up, the prep, the nerves, the things you should be doing, the things that maybe you're a bit nervous about, and the things that maybe you shouldn't be stressing about. So, to help with that, I'm going to be joined by Jessica, Corey, and Chloe. Come on out, guys. Okay, let's kick things off with a quick introduction from you guys. You guys want to say your name, your camp, the state that it's in, what role you do at camp, and what you do in the office.
Hi, I'm Jess. I go to Trails End in Pennsylvania, going back for my 5th summer. I've done general for 3 years. I was assistant group leader for last summer, and this year I'm going into programming, and I work in marketing in the office.
My name is Corey. I have been going to a camp in Connecticut, a Jewish camp called Camp Laurelwood. I've been going for 5 years. 4 years. I'll be going back for my 5th summer. I've been a general counsellor, I've been a division head, and then this year I'm going back as an SIT director, training some of our youngest staff members who will be coming up from being campers. So super rewarding. And in the office, I'm part of our international team, so I help to send applicants from all over the world to camp.
My name is Chloe. I've been going to Camp Ocean Pines in California, and this is going to be my 6th summer. I have been a general counsellor for 2 years, I've been on the program team for 2 years, and this is going to be my 2nd year as one of the assistant directors. And my role in the office is I am in the applications team. So pretty much everyone here today, I've seen your application and I processed it and I read through it and I read your references. So that's what I do.
So who's excited about going to camp? Put your hand up if you're excited. Yeah, I should see everyone's hands up. Yeah. Put your hand up if you're feeling a little bit nervous. Yeah, it's normal to be nervous, but for you guys, when it was your first year, was there anything that you were particularly nervous about or something that you overthought before you went off to camp for the first time?
Yeah, I think obviously I was nervous about being away from home for the first time, going to a whole new country. But I think the main thing flowing on my mind was the job itself. I mean, I first went out to camp when I was 19 years old, and I felt like a child myself, not gonna lie. So the thought of me looking after children, being responsible for children overnight, having to deal with all those situations that could go wrong was super overwhelming. And also, when I first went into camp, I was super introverted. I was so shy and quiet. And a lot of people were saying to me before I went to camp, you know, you have to be really outgoing and loud. And I was like, what am I getting myself into? And I remember looking on my camp Instagram page before I went out, and there was this program we did called Double Dare, and I just saw people being crazy on stage, getting slimed, singing loud songs, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to do this. What am I getting myself into? But if you look at my top photos here, I just threw myself into it, and once you get to camp, you are just supported by everyone, and you really just change into a different person. I always say I'm very different at camp to what I am at home.
Nice. Was there anything else that you guys overthought about?
I mean, I didn't overthink too much. I had a very different experience. I got hired my first year when I was like 24 years old. I went with my brother for the first time, who you can see pictured up at the top. I looked very different in that picture. But yeah, even then, I was very nervous for like the social aspect. I first went in 2022, which was just after COVID, and you know, things look very different at my camp the first year, so there's definitely something to get used to. And I also, you know, I wanted to kind of distance myself from being the brother of my brother. I didn't want to be attached to him at the hip, you know, I wanted to make sure that we could, you know, both grow outside of just being brothers. And I also wanted to make friends for like post-camp travels, you know. That's a lot of the reason, you know, everyone's in the program. Like, there's a great opportunity to travel and have like a new cultural experience. So I wanted to make sure that I met some good people at camp who were willing to do a bit of traveling afterwards.
Nice, okay. And a lot of camps, they'll give you a packing list before you go, and it's sometimes nice to refer to that and see like, oh, do I need to bring this, do I need to bring that, especially if they've got like Colour War or Camp Olympics, things like that, which are very exciting things to look forward to. But was there anything that you guys maybe didn't pack in your first summer?
I can answer this one. So I'm a chronic overpacker. I bring like 2 or 3 suitcases. I have 3 suitcases that I actually leave at camp in one of the little staff quarters. So much stuff. But my first summer, I forgot to bring nail clippers, which is like a random one. I feel like a lot of people would forget to bring them.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So it got to like week and a half, 2 weeks in, I was like, bro, the dogs are looking musty. I need to get on them. And I was like to the kids, oh, can I borrow your nail clippers? Oh my god, I'm not letting your dog touch that. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess not then. But luckily, we have like a Walmart trip every other night, so I could go to Walmart and pick up some nail clippers, so I didn't have to bother the kids again.
I feel like a lot of people do forget that shops do exist in America. So guys, don't overpack, because you will get the opportunity to go to the shops, get anything that you need, especially those heavier bits and bobs. So don't worry about it. But Chloe, I have a feeling you forgot something, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's kind of an ongoing joke at my camp that every year I run out of socks. And it happens every year. I mean, I've been for 5 summers now. And you pack a lot of socks. Like last year I took 25 pairs of socks and I ended the summer with 3 pairs of socks. And I was like, what is happening to them? But the laundry just takes them, I think. And you just lose them and the kids take them. And yeah, so bring more socks than you think, because you're going to run out of socks.
Yeah, laundry is, it can get a little bit crazy at camp. So just make sure to don't pack your favorite clothes. I mean, pack 1 or 2 things that you feel good in for days off, but pack stuff that you're going to be outside, you're going to be doing messy activities and stuff like that. So just stuff that you're not too precious about, make sure to bring that.
I'd also say to bring a Sharpie as well, and if you label your socks, every single individual sock, you can do that at camp, and just put your initials on your t-shirt as well. Sometimes the laundry lumpers everything in together, so it makes it so much easier for you to pick out your item of clothing from maybe your co-counselors that you might be sharing the laundry bag with.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did laundry work at you guys' camps? Was it?
So we just have a communal washer and we can just go do our laundry whenever we want. So whenever we have time off, we just go do our own laundry. And yeah, we have a little rota where we say oh yeah, my laundry's in here, and we have a group chat that we just organise it with.
So good.
Yeah,
that's really organised.
We have staff members that are hired to do laundry and linens and stuff. So we just put them in a bag and the laundry gets done for us, which is great.
Love that.
My camp, we a company does it, so once a week we just put our stuff outside of our bunk and it gets collected and then dropped back the next day. But yeah, stuff gets lost.
Yeah, definitely. At our camp, we had to do our own laundry, so there'd be an all-staff house for all 6 camps that we have on our reservation, and it'd be a fight to get to that laundry machine. Oh my goodness, I put it in the laundry, and I remember opening it up for the first time. It was this big American washing machine. I was like, you open it from the top? Yeah, just from the top. I was very confused. But yeah, laundry gets done, so don't worry. Don't think that you need to bring 75 items, because you probably don't, because you can wash them. And also, you can be like me as well. I did also wash my clothes in a bucket. Yeah. It was Little House on the Prairie, so
You're going to sell it, Lauren.
yeah, but you know what? The clothes got cleaned. It was fine. It was the sports stuff. It was fine.
Also, I want to say thrifting is incredible in America.
Yes.
Make sure you pack light so you have room in your suitcase to buy more stuff.
Absolutely.
The Salvation Army is fantastic.
Yeah,
huge.
and Goodwills.
Yeah.
Goodwills is a good one. Yeah. Do you guys have any good travel to camp stories? When you were in the UK and you haven't even got to the airport yet?
Yeah, so I went with the Camp America flights my first summer, and I was absolutely petrified to go travelling on my own, but I came to an orientation kind of like this. Bumped into this guy called Harry. He's the one guy in the top corner here, and he lived 1 train stop away from me, and he was like, why don't we just go halves on a hotel, because we're getting the same flight anyway. We travelled down together. I met him at the train station. I was sobbing, so I was like, oh, I miss my mum and dad, and he had some tissues ready. We travelled down to Heathrow the whole way together, chatted the whole way. We literally met 1 time before, and then we met all of our new friends at the airport. So my camp had put me in a group chat with all of these people. We met them at the airport and all flew to camp together. So I sort of knew a few people before I got to camp, which was quite nice.
Yeah, I think that's definitely always nice, checking out the group chats, checking out the camp chats, because a lot of times people will be on a similar flight to you, so it's nice to meet them before. I think when I first went, I met someone at the airport who wasn't even going to my camp, but it was still nice to have that, when you get through security, speaking to someone. Yeah, so going back to packing, was there anything that you guys packed that was a little bit unnecessary, that you were I really did not need that?
I packed a bath mat.
Okay.
So like I just said, my camp does all laundry. We get given linens, we get given bedding, pillows, towels, but for some reason I'd seen on TikTok that obviously that somebody had like put a bath mat below their bed so they could wipe their feet on before they got into bed. Great idea.
Yeah.
Got to my camp and they were like, oh no, you're not allowed it because like it's not sanitary or something. I was going to clean it. Anyway, I wasn't allowed to use that, but I kept it in my camp all 4 years. But I used it as a headboard instead, so here it is. That's my headboard.
Amazing. Do you guys have any last words for before you go to camp?
Yeah, I think just remember that it's completely normal to be nervous. I think everyone before they go to camp is nervous, and it's so normal. But those feelings just mean that you're excited and you're looking forward to it and you care about the experience. So just like try meet some people that are maybe going to your camp, try to ease your nerves, but it's just so normal and you're gonna have an amazing time when you get out there.
Super. Okay. We're going to move on, but firstly, I want to welcome a very, very special guest to the stage. You're going to see him popping up a lot throughout the night. At the end of each section, Joe is going to be rounding it up, giving you the key bits of information for what you need to know. So let's welcome to the stage for the first time tonight, Joe!
I'm excited to go to camp! Yeah! I am so excited. I leave in like 40 days and I get to do the Cotton Eye Joe every single day and I cannot wait. We're going to wrap up before you go, alright? The first thing you're going to do, your phone. The first thing you're going to do is switch your phone on, switch your data to roaming so you can use it in the States, and you're going to message your family and friends. What you're also going to do is you're going to make sure your bank account is set up, okay? Lots of our Camp America community use Wise and Revolut, okay? It just makes spending in the States and also getting paid by camp that much easier. Also, bring around $200 in cash on the way to the airport, have it with you, just in case your pickup goes wrong, okay? It won't go wrong, but if it does, if there's delays and things like that, have that $200 spare, okay? And make sure you keep your receipts. Now download Uber before you go to the States and make sure your international card is linked, okay? Again, you may need to use Uber whilst you're out there. Just make sure it's all linked so you're not stressing when you get to the other side. Now get into the airport. Please, please, please make sure you give yourself lots and lots of time. At least 3 hours, okay? Because the last thing you want is to miss your flight, okay? And that brings us on to your documents. Your passport and your DS 2019. Please, please, please make sure you have your DS 2019 and your passport with you, your original DS 2019. You don't want to be that person who goes to the airport and doesn't have their passport on them, alright? Okay, and also, bring along something from home that is going to remind you of home, okay? This can be like a small little teddy, a blanket, some photos, I don't know. I brought a Benson Boone flag, so take that as you will. Make sure you've also had a read through the participant handbook and your group coverage handbook, okay? That group coverage handbook is written by Alan over here. He's written it in ways where I can understand it. And if I can understand it, you can understand it, okay? Well, I'm going to hand it back over to Laura now. Thank you ever so much, and I'm sure I'll see you later on. Thank you.